Hello guys, Master Ape here, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showcasing my witch farm. So this farm is actually very simple. As you can see, it's pretty much just a water elevator. So how this works is the witches will spawn down here on this orange wool. Now this was a witch hut, so you do have to still use a witch hut to build this. But then they'll just get flooded up the thing. So if I just get a witch out real quick, they'll spawn. Oops. They'll spawn in here, and they'll get pushed up, and then into the bubbles, and then they go up to the kill chamber. So once the witches are up here, they are just gonna be killed with this trident killer up here. Just push this lever, and it'll just slowly kill the witches. I'm using 2 tridents. You only need 1, but yeah. And then you stand here, and you just get all the experience, and then all the loot flows into this chest. You'll also get potions of water breathing because they are technically underwater and drinking the potions, so that's kind of a plus. And yeah, I mean, it works better with a looting sword, but you would just stand here, and then all the XP will come to you, and they spawn down below there. And yeah, that's how this farm works. And for the materials list, you're just gonna need a sticky piston, regular piston, 2 observers, a lever. The redstone lamp is optional, but if you're not gonna use it, it needs to be like a solid block. 3 buttons, 3 solid blocks, a block of glass, a marker block, 2 walls, some water, soul sand, your storage, so for every 1 hopper you'll need 2 chests, some tridents, trapdoor, just a way to find north, and then you'll need about 3.5 stacks of building blocks. Alright, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so first you're going to want to find yourself a witch hut, and if you don't know where one is, you can go to chunk base and just type in your world seed and the version you play, and it should tell you where witch hut is. So once you find your witch hut, you're going to want to come in here, you're going to want to go to the crafting table, and then 1 block in front, this will be your marker block, and then you're just going to want to find north. So if you get a locator map, that'll always be up. So we're going to want to find the southeast side of this block. So that would be south is this side, and then east is to the right here. So that would mean that this corner is the southeast. So we're going to break the blocks facing away from this, and then we're going to place a block of glass above here. Now the rest of the witch hut is actually not needed, but you can choose to leave it if you want, but I'm going to remove it. Okay, so now that we have our spawning block and a glass block above it, we're going to want to take our block for the farm. Now this cannot be regular glass because the mobs need to be in darkness to spawn. So tinted glass works fine, or like solid blocks like cobblestone, those will work. But we're just going to want to go from pretty much the ground up around the block in that same area we broke away. So this is going to be the north, and then remember this side we broke earlier, we're going to want it to be facing this way. So we're going to build up our walls here, and then we can add a roof, and then you're going to want to come down here and just break these blocks here. So technically you're going to want a 2 block gap underneath your spawn block, and then we're just going to get some water. Now we're going to grab our buttons and place them here. We're going to break these 2 blocks so the water flows, dig down 1 and place a cobblestone wall or any wall of your choice. And then we're just going to place our soul sand here. And then we're going to cover up the soul sand with our blocks and then our water like so. So you can test this by just getting in yourself, and if you just don't move, you should automatically just get pushed up. Oh, we get stuck here. We forgot something. We need to actually extend this out further, one where the water flows this way. Now that it flows this way, it should suck us in. So you should get pulled in further and then pushed up. So that's good. So make sure that's flowing that way. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go above our glass block, and this is not including the block above it. We're going to want to go up 33. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Alright, and then we're going to want to go one block over towards the water elevator, and this will be our AFK block, so then we can just get rid of the rest of the tower. And then we can bring up our bubble elevator all the way up. Alright, so we should have something that looks like this, and you want to make sure the bubbles go all the way up so you can't swim down. And to do that, you gotta make sure all of these waters are sources. And a good way to do this is if you remove this soul sand block and make it any other block, and then you put kelp all the way up, that'll make it all source water. Okay, so once you get your glass set like this for your spot, you can come up another block and then get in witches already. So to prevent this, you can just open up a block above your spawn for now to prevent unwanted witch spawns. Alright, so now we can come up like this. We're going to want to grab our slab and trapdoor. It's going to go here. And then we're going to want another water here. And then we're going to get our piston to face here. Let's get a block here and then a block here. Let's get a block here, here, and here. And then a hopper facing the player at the end of this. So if we were to get our button and place it on the hopper and then waterlog the trapdoor, the water should flow into the hopper, and then you can just finish the storage like this. And if you want to add more storage, it's just one hopper beneath the chest and then like that, and then if you did it again, so the far side of the chest, and then 2 more chests like that. We then want to grab our stuff to make the trident killer work, so we want a cobblestone wall or any wall and our lamp, and we just get a lever on top of the lamp with a sticky piston facing up, an observer facing away from the farm, and then get an observer up like this, and then just a solid block. So if you flick the lever, the piston should start moving. We can now throw in our tridents. So just look at the piston and throw 2 tridents. This seems to be working for me, but you can add as many as you want. And then they should just start falling into place like that. Now we're also going to want to get some solid blocks here and here, so when you're AFK, no phantoms are coming to get you. And if you are making this farm in 1.20, you'll have the short sneak. This is experimental right now, but you can add another slab here and you can actually get closer to the farm like this. But as of right now, you'll stand like this, but I mean, it's just kind of cool. You can kind of like see the witches better, but that's for if you're building this in 1.20, which is coming out shortly. And yeah, this is my witch farm. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.